Now going to the 1600s, after we have the Battle of the Frigidus and Emperor Theodosius establishing the domination of Christianity as the official state religion here after the influence of Constantine in 313. Now we're going to fast forward and bring us to the 1600s. So, quick recap of things that happened to get us here. With the spread of Christianity across the empire, we have now where the Great Pyramid of Giza had been the tallest building in the world for thousands of years. Now it's being overshot by cathedrals. We have the Lincoln Cathedral here now surpasses it as the tallest building in the world. We have Salim the Grim, who takes over the Promised Land and begins a Muslim domination for 400 years until World War I. So the Ottoman Empire occupies Israel for 400 years. Now St. Mary's Church replaces the Lincoln Cathedral as the tallest building in the world, still a church building. This is bringing us into the early 1600s with Hudson going into Upper New York Bay. There's Grand Zero. Of course, he came on September 11th of 1609. Of course, we talked about John Winthrop, very famously talking about the city on the hill that would start with Massachusetts Bay Colony. So I'm sharing these that we've gone over before just as a refresh and to sink us in and see where the events of the Avatar are falling in with this. Winthrop Island there becomes Logan Airport, out of which some of the 9/11 activity ended up happening. We start to have Christian colleges and universities in America. For example, we have Harvard University, and all these places had clergy as their faculty, were initially started as seminaries. Next, we have the next tallest building in the world, the Cathedral Notre Dame in Strasbourg, not to be confused with the one in Paris. So this becomes the largest building in the world now. Again, we're in the 1600s as all this is happening. I just love how that stands out compared to everything else around it. Apologies for the internet running a little slow here. That brings us to where we are back with the Avatar, and we are at the Taj Mahal, which we've all heard of, but here's the story behind this, and this will actually get, so here's the loose Wikipedia thing. So we're in 1653 AD now, a couple hundred years ago. Taj Mahal means a crown of the palace, it's known as. It's ivory white, marble. It's a mausoleum, actually. It's on the right bank of the Yamuna River here. It was commissioned in 1631 by the fifth Mughal emperor, the Shah Jahan, to house the tomb of his wife, Mumtaz Mahal. So Taj Mahal, it's named after her. It also houses the tomb of him, the Shah Jahan himself. This is a 42-acre complex, believed completed about 1653 AD. And here are some thoughts from Egyptologist David Roll on the Taj Mahal here and its significance. When you go through these gardens, so first notice here, there's the white dome, then you've got the center here and the four extensions going out, one in each direction here. So Jonathan Kahn makes this observation. As you wander through these beautiful formal gardens, you are experiencing the Garden of Eden in an idealized form. The Taj Mahal is designed by a Persian architect. The plan of Taj Mahal shows the Persian charbagh, or the fourfold garden, the central pool representing the headwaters of Eden, out of which the four rivers of Eden flow. And so we see that there. The central pool, tank of abundance, is the sacred waters of paradise, out of which those four channels flow that divide that rectangular garden into the fourfold charbagh, it's called, the fourfold garden, the four rivers of Eden. The white dome of the Taj Mahal itself is the mount representing the mountain of God, called the throne of God in the Quran. And so the entrance or the gateway is the mountain pass to reach it. And there's a passage from the Quran that actually spans the main arch that says this. There Allah commands the righteous, enter you then amongst my devotees. Yes, you shall enter into my paradise. And so that is the thought and the concept here, as this was designed as a tomb for his wife, but also a reference back to paradise and the Garden of Eden coming off of all of that. So that's the Taj Mahal, and that is, zoom out here. So as we are here in India, where Thomas was down in the south, the Taj Mahal is up here. So these different religious influences in India. So now we see that Persian Muslim influence. We'll see these different things playing out as we go. That's the 1600s. Any reactions, observations, thoughts on the Eden reference? Or for me, it's kind of interesting that kind of a heartbreak too, but we know it's how Satan works, is that they call them the three faiths of Abraham, Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. They all trace back to him, but Abraham certainly wasn't going forward into, certainly not Islam. And so sad to see that we know that in these different religions, there's always a kernel of truth, or there's the most successful deceptions or misunderstandings are not blatant 100% false. Those would be more obvious and easily moved away from. It's when the waters are muddied. It's when takes a little more effort to separate fact from fiction. When Satan again likes to kind of muddy things, and we see the legacy of Abraham being clouded here. They say, no, it wasn't Isaac that was offered up. It was Ishmael that was offered up, and on from there, and all these different things. And so here we see a beautiful reference back to the Garden of Eden, which was reality, which was scripture, but sadly with the misconstrued channel of the man-made Islamic faith there that took place there, contrary to the Judeo-Christian legacy that had been all along. So any other thoughts, reactions on that? Kind of see that? Next, we're going to jump ahead in time to the 1800s and get back to the influence of Dionysus. So we're going to stop the 1600s here.